Hey everyone, this is Mel Morris, your Tarot Life Planner, helping you to connect within to plan the life you're meant for. And I hope you are getting ready to spend some time with either family or friends, people that you care about, in this time of Thanksgiving, this time of Native American heritage, this time of just being more mindful of showing gratitude, being grateful, to be able to share with people, no matter how much you have or how little you have. There really are so many things to be grateful for. And the more we can find time to remember that within ourselves and be grateful for our own magic and for, who we are and what we have to offer, the more we're going to find joy and happiness in our lives. So let's get started on our 5-card spread. I have been shuffling and did my blessing already. And so let's see. Let's see what the universe has for us this week. All right, so first, for our spiritual connection card, we have the Death card. Next, for our health and happiness, we have the Lovers card. Nice. Interesting this week so far. Next, for our love and relationships, we have the Ten of Wands. For our business and career, we have the Five of Pentacles. And last but not least, we have the Hierophant. Interesting. So before we even get started, we can already see some big changes, some big learning this week, because we have 3 major arcana cards in this spread, and they're all in kind of our internal spaces, both in our spiritual connection, our health and happiness, and then as an overall card. So it looks like you should really be prepared this week to embrace some of these changes that maybe have been happening throughout this Scorpio season. So let's start with our spiritual connection card, and here we have the Death card. Now, some people freak out about the Death card. The Death card is actually my favorite card in the deck because it is about transformation. It is the card connected with this season of Scorpio. And so when you think about the Death card in this wheel of learning and understanding throughout the major arcana, the Death card comes at a time where we've learned a lot of lessons for ourselves and we're starting to connect with the world around us, but we have to start closing some doors. We have to start having some endings, i.e. death, so that we can move into the bigger version of ourselves. So when we think about this in terms of our spiritual connection this week, think about what you can continue to start releasing, letting go of. We just had this, big full moon with eclipse. What needs to end spiritually within ourselves so that we can show up new and shiny on the other side? Next, for our health and happiness card, we have the Lovers card here. And the Lovers card, can both be about relationships and other people. It can also be about love within ourselves. And when it comes here after the Death card, this release to transform, now internally think about what that's going to mean for you, for your health and happiness. How much more, having done that, you'll be able to have more capacity to love other people, love those that are around you. Making space for love in your life, love for yourself, is going to allow you this week to really understand and be able to more fully love the people who are around you this week. So next, we have the Ten of Wands in our love and relationships. And so when we think about the Ten of Wands, Wands is all about action. It's the doing. It's not just thinking about things or feeling things. This is about taking action. And the 10 is that completion. Like, we've done everything. We're letting things go. You can see in the card, this person has like gotten all their things together so that they can move on to start over again. And so in your love and relationships, think about all the things that need to be cleaned up, if you will. Maybe you've either had some challenges that you've been working on, and now you need to decide, like, yes, we've forgiven each other, or I've forgiven this person, and now I'm ready to move forward. Or we've done this work, we've been through whatever, and it's really time for us to say thank you and go our separate ways. But now is the time, throughout this transformation, throughout this week of you really focusing on loving yourself and how that's going to emanate out, that's going to spill over into your actual love and relationships in this form of completion, of wrapping things up so that you can get back kind of on solid footing. Next, in our business and career, we have the Five of Pentacles. There may be some changes that you're nervous about, you're scared about in either your work or within your business. It may seem like there's not a way forward this week with something that you're working on or something that you're trying to get started. And if you think about all the other things that we had going on earlier in the week, with our cards, there's a lot of change, a lot of transformation that's taking place. Think about if this is a time that you really do want to make this particular change. Is the fear that you have coming up, is it practical for you to continue to try to move in the direction that you were planning, that you're nervous about? Or would it make more sense? Is this kind of a warning to you, that fear? Is it telling you that this might not be the time to make that particular change? Really sit down and just double check. Make sure that you're making these changes for the right reasons. Finally, we're going to look at our overall card, which is the Hierophant. So again, this is our third major arcana card in this spread. And so the Hierophant really represents structure. Sometimes it's seen as either religious or spiritual structure, and it certainly can be that. But for me, along with the other cards that we see here, and this idea of transformation, which allows space and opportunity for more love, and then trickles down into ending any loose ends in relationships, making sure that you're making the right decisions within your business and that you're not doing them out of fear. This Hierophant really kind of screams out to me that you have to submit yourself a bit more to structure. I know I fall into this category as well. You have to really allow the process of building from a foundation up or out, allowing that process to really rule how you're able to move forward through all these transformations that have been happening throughout this season, throughout both your personal life and your love and your career. There needs to be more time spent on creating that structure and really submitting to it, really allowing yourself to trust that you've created this system and I need to follow it for a reason. So don't get distracted by all the other shiny objects and things that are going on. Don't get distracted by the emotions and the feelings and everything that's going on in the world. Really bring yourself back to center, to whatever structures you have created for yourself in all areas of your life. come back to that and really allow yourself to sit in those structures. If you haven't already created them, then this is definitely the time to sit down and start writing down what it is you need to be working towards in terms of creating structure for yourself. And this week, now that, we're in the waning phase, the big energy from the full moon has just left us. And so now is really the time to start planning. This isn't the doing phase, if you can help it. This is really the planning portion. So now is a great time to start, if you don't have structures in place, to start writing down, figuring out what do I need to put in place to really, kind of organize myself, really stay on task with what I need to do with this beautiful transformation that I have going on. How can I make sure that that's going to continue to grow and be beneficial for me? So I hope this was helpful for you this week. Let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. So stay magical, y'all.